The former Elks Club building will soon come down as the city of Rockford moves forward with demolition plans years in the making. City leaders announced Friday that crews will begin preparations today, with barricades going up around the property ahead of demolition next week. Temporary lane closures are expected during the work week, and this comes as Mayor Tom McNamara cast the tie-breaking vote last November to approve demolition after failing to find a new buyer. Crews plan to salvage bricks that will be available to purchase to the public and remove stained glasses and other architectural elements ahead of demo week.